and today's project, or the project that we're filming right now, is I'm going to replace the tire on our wheelbarrow. This one's shot, and yeah, it won't take any more air or anything. So what I did yesterday was, because the bolts were all rusty, I went ahead and I hit them a couple times during the course of the day yesterday, just with some WD-40 to hopefully bust up some of the rust. And thankfully this morning I was able to get 3 of the 4 bolts loose. Really, I've only got to get 2 bolts loose so I can remove, you know, the wheel and the housing and everything. I did go ahead, and I'm old enough now to do this, is I went ahead and I took a peek at the instructions before I hopped on it. In theory, it should be a pretty easy fix, but it comes with multiple parts, and if the axle is a different size, if the bearings are a different size than our axle off the new tire, then I've got to go through and change the bearings. But I peeked ahead, and I'm really hoping I don't have to do that. That'll make this a real simple project. But I did go ahead and grab all the tools that I may need. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pull the bracket and release everything, and we'll see how things fit together. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to pull these. I got them nice and loose, thankfully. And I am going to put them somewhere where I can find them after. Okay, so I was right, or I was wrong, thinking that I only had to remove 2 of the bolts. I had to get this 3rd one out. This one's kind of frozen. Thankfully, I was able to loosen it up, get this removed out, and now I can pull this wheel off. There we go, and the whole wheel and axle. And I am going to wipe this down. And this is where we see if we got lucky or not, and if the axle hole is this, or the axle and the axle hole are the same size.
Oh, thank heavens.
A winner. So let's see if we can't get this back on.
And this is a non-flat wheel, right?
Right. This one we won't have to worry about getting air into. But I am going to have to figure out how to get this on, which I know I can do. So, right, I thought I was lucky and only having to remove 2. Then I thought I was lucky and only having to remove 3. Now my luck may have run out, and I'm trying to get that. I'm working on the 4th now. We'll see how we do. But I may still be able to get it with 3, but it's going to be easier if I can get this 4th one off. Okay, my guess is some of you in our audience have done things like this before, and others of you haven't. And I would also maybe venture a guess that those of you that haven't are kind of rooting for me. Those of you that have done this before may have just been screaming at your screen saying, Bill, just slide the axle in without screwing around with the wheel, which is exactly what I did, and now things are going to line up just how they're supposed to. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all tight together, finger tight, and then we'll make our final adjustments. Alrighty? Well, I figure we'd bring you over here. One thing I did do was I hit all 3 of the bolts with a little WD-40 just to clean them up and hopefully inhibit any more rust. You'll see around me is another project that'll be either part of this video or part of another video, but we've kind of set the stage today for a bunch of different projects. So I'm gonna get these cleaned up, and then we'll get back over to the wheelbarrow, and we'll finish putting the wheel on. So once I have these cleaned up, we'll get back over to the wheelbarrow and get things put together. Hey all, so the next thing that I'm going to be working on this morning is, again, it's going to be part of the hoop house. With the hoop house, we're getting great heat, obviously, when the sun's out. At night, the sun isn't out, and we'll have plants out there when it's a little, it's still colder. The whole idea of having it is to extend the growing season on the front end and on the back end. And on the front and back end, we still have cold nights here in Marlborough. So the idea for us to create some sort of passive heat for the evening is we've got these 5-gallon buckets, just some assorted ones that we had kicking around that don't have holes in them. And I'm gonna go ahead and spray paint them all black, and then we'll fill them with water and get them into the hoop house. The idea being during the day, because they're black and they're inside being hit with the sun, they're going to heat up, the water will heat up, and over the course of the night, it'll dissipate some of that heat and help us to maintain temperatures above freezing in the hoop house. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm pretty much all ready to start painting, and you guys surely don't want to hear me talking while we paint. So Rebecca will probably pipe in some nice music that we put on our videos. And while that's happening, I've got my my boombox set up over there, and I've all set up to listen to some Levon Helm and Rick Danko together acoustically taped back in '83. So that'll be playing loud, and I'll be enjoying that while you guys are enjoying our piped in music. And I'm going to go ahead and spray paint these. So enjoy it.
Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Hey, subscribe, like, and hit that bell so you don't miss anything here on the farm. Be safe out there and have a fabulous day. Bye.